food has been really a space for me to be able to process like the contradictions between like my lived experience and my family's lived experience as like a white family in the United States with our shared view of the world, which is really driven by justice and wanting everybody to, have opportunity. Over the past, few years, I've been really digging into my family history. What I realized was that my dad's side of the family has actually been in what we now call the United States since before the American Revolution. That story comes with a lot of contradictions, right? Just by the nature of being in the United States for 250 years, it comes with a lot of messiness, right? And so I found these moments where it was really shameful. I have ancestors who were Quaker missionaries who went to Oklahoma and like converted indigenous peoples to Christianity and Quakerism, right? Cultural genocide, right? Like it erasing people's culture. And so there were moments that were shameful, that were embarrassing, but then there were also moments that were, really inspiring and like really prideful. Like I found that, because of the Quaker tradition, a lot of my ancestors were abolitionists in North Carolina. But just by the nature of like being in the United States for that long, there's like contradictions in my family history that sort of reflect the United States' contradictory history, right? Like we've set these like lofty goals of a country where, it prioritizes equality and liberty. But then at the same time, as we know, it's like, cultural genocide of indigenous peoples, slavery, all of the things that we know that we have fallen short of those ideals. Right. And so like food created this space for me to understand that history and understand that family story, and then be able to sort of crystallize my responsibility to adding to the story, which is, at least from what I've sort of realized through, grappling with my own family story, is that ultimately that's what we need to do, right? Like as a country, is to say like, hey, every generation of the United States, like, has stared at those contradictions and said, we can do better than that. We choose what chapter we add to the story. And we can choose to add a more just chapter to the story, but that requires us to be honest about what the previous chapters were.